Hey sis, answer, please. Hello, Marge. What's up? That guy you brought home last night? Wow, what a surprise. That guy. My fiancé, you mean? I didn't realize your fiancé was Jerry Anderson. I figured you knew him. Duh, of course I knew him. I went to high school with him. He was the most popular guy in school. All the girls were lusting after him. There was a load of heartbroken girls back then. Like in the hundreds. That's how good-looking and desirable he was. Actually, he said he wasn't all that popular, or as you say, lusted after back in school. That doesn't really matter. It's the rumors that spread. Where there is smoke, there is fire! Yeah, okay. But he himself says it's all total BS. To be honest, he hates all this back fence talk. That's what I like about him. He's so cool. I really can't believe it. I mean, I'm way prettier than you. I always have been. And you get the best looking guy ever? Go figure. Oh, it's just not fair. Not fair, huh? What am I supposed to do about it? Not fair. And he's freelance, and he makes over $100,000 a year? Holy cow! You got that from yesterday's conversation, I suppose. You know, I thought it was kind of rude to be asking someone about their annual income in front of everyone. What's the harm? Anyways, it's an important point. Didn't you say you had a boyfriend or something? I heard he works in the same business as Jerry. Yeah, him. I'm thinking of breaking that off. Huh? Why would you go and do that? Well, after seeing Jerry, you know, he's starting to look a little, lackluster. Yeah, they're in the same business and pay is all right. But on the handsome side, Jerry is way more good looking. You're forgetting one important point. He's my fiancé. Don't you forget that. Yeah, that's the point I want to make. Why is he even your boyfriend? I mean, it makes no sense. You have no real talent, and on top of that, you're not that attractive. I am way more attractive and desirable. It's just not fair. I just can't accept this whole thing. What do you want me to do about it, for Christ's sake? This is inexcusable. It's all total BS. Right. I'm a bit busy now. I have to meet Jerry pretty soon, so... Huh? Oh, are you going to that motel out on Main Street for a little afternoon fun? Take me with you. Huh? Have you been popping pills all day or something? How could you say that? Of course not. Not fair. Why did you get to have all the fun? Please, shut up for a second, would you? I'm just going to see his folks, that's all. I'm in a hurry, so see ya. Hey, Jenny, are you there? What is it this time? It's about Jerry. There was something I wanted to ask you one more time. Jerry is working as a freelancer, which means he's mostly working from home, right? Yeah, he does go out occasionally, but yeah, basically he works from home. So, that means we can get naughty all day long. When he's working, it's not different from working at an office. He really can't be bothered. He's actually pretty busy. Wow, and he makes over $100,000 a year? Oh, really impressive. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? Okay, so it's all set. Huh? What are you talking about? Jerry is now my fiancé. Oh, Lord! What the hell are you blabbering about? I talked to Mom and Dad and pleaded with them that I wanted Jerry, and they said no problem. You really must be popping pills. I mean, think about it. Would Jerry want to marry an unattractive, no-talent woman like yourself? Oh, he would much rather marry a beautiful and sexy girl like me. That's what Mom and Dad said. This was all decided last night with Mom and Dad. Decided with Mom and Dad? Where the hell am I in all this? Dad already contacted Jerry about this news a while ago. So, Jenny, dear sister, no more contact with my fiancé Jerry. Got that? Hold it a second. You're totally mental. Do you really think you can do this on a whim? Anyways, Jerry would never permit such a thing. You are unbelievable. Yeah, figured you'd react this way. Your whining will do you no good. It's been decided. Now, I'm busy. I have to contact Jerry and meet up with him. Kisses. Hold it, Marge. Are you nuts? Hey, Jerry, sorry. This is urgent. Did one of my family members contact you?
Oh. Hey, Jenny.
I suppose somebody already got in touch with you. Am I right?
Yeah, your younger sister Marge and your dad contacted me earlier. Your father said he decided to switch my fiancé from you to your younger sister Marge. And for your sister, I got this. I'm your fiancé now, so let's go to that motel on Main Street tonight. Hearts.
Oh my god.
When I met her at the party the other day, she was really in my face. I'm sure you saw that too. I realize now why you were so against me meeting your family. Just didn't expect they would go this far.
Oh, this is not happening. Oh my god, why?
I adamantly refused. So don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. My stupid family. How embarrassing.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Besides, now I really know what kind of people they are. Just as you've been saying. I told them flat out that I had no intention of changing my plans. And from now on, I didn't want a close relationship with them. My parents are understanding, so there's no need to worry about them.
Oh yeah, thank God for that. Oh yeah, when you met, you exchanged contact information, right? Go ahead and block all my family members, okay? Way better that way. I'm really sorry about this.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that. And you don't have to apologize for anything. You did nothing wrong.
But making you go through this BS...
I insisted that we meet your family despite your repeated warnings. So it's partially my fault for pushing it.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Come on, you're starting to sound like a broken record. Don't worry about it. If there's anything you want to talk about, just come to me. I always have your back, Jenny. I love you. Remember that.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm counting on it.
Hey, I'm about done here. Want to go on a date?
Huh? From now?
Did you have other plans?
No plans. But how about you? You have work, don't you?
Yeah, I did have a web meeting set for noon, but it's been postponed until 6 p.m. I really can't start work until things are decided during this meeting, so I got the whole afternoon free.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
I've been stuck inside for the last couple of weeks, so I figured I would head out and get something to eat downtown. You wouldn't mind coming along, would you? If not, I could just...
No, I want to go. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so we're good to go. I'll pick you up at your place in an hour or so. Sound good?
Okay, I'll get ready. Look forward to seeing you.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Hey, Jenny!
Oh, hey, Jerry. Thanks for today. It's after 6 p.m. Don't you have that meeting?
You gotta help me! I need your help now!
Huh? What's the matter? What happened?
It's your younger sister. She was in the house! And she was wearing only panties and a bra!
Say that one more time. Did I hear you right?
I guess it was partly my fault. A little while ago, I went to take the trash out, I was gone for like 5 minutes and I think she snuck in then.
Come to think of it, she was asking you over and over about where you lived.
Seems like she snuck in and hid in the closet in my office area. A second ago when I was getting ready for that meeting, she suddenly popped out of the closet and hugged me from behind. She scared the crap out of me. I'm not sure how I got away from her, but I ran into the bathroom and locked myself in. And that's where I'm calling you from.
Oh my god, I knew something like this would happen. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. You don't have to apologize. It's just that, she's your sister and all. I wasn't sure if I should call the police or not.
I understand. Call the police.
Are you sure?
Of course, do it. I don't care if she's my sister or not. She committed a crime. She has to bear the consequences. What was she thinking?
Okay, I'll call them right away. I just called them. They're on their way.
Okay, I'm heading over there right now, too.
No, you better not.
Uh-huh, why not?
Your sister. I can hear her screaming at the top of her lungs. Not sure what she's saying. Rambling on about inappropriate stuff for sure.
Oh, are you serious?
I think it would be best if we just let the cops take care of it. There's nothing we can do.
I'm so sorry you had to go through with all this BS. Oh, my family! They are not normal!
You're the victim here, Jenny. You don't have to apologize.
If there is anything I can do to make amends, please tell me.
Yeah, thanks. I will. Oh, I think the cops just arrived. I can hear them outside. I think it's safe to go out now.
Okay, just be careful. Hey, Jenny, you there? Come on, answer me! Marge, have you gone completely off the deep end? What the hell were you thinking? That's what I was gonna ask you. I bet you anything it was you who tricked Jerry into calling the cops on me. I'm sure of it. Jerry would never do that to me. That was the most humiliating experience of my life. The cops all saw me naked. Oh my god. As punishment for your despicable actions, Jerry is going to be mine and mine alone. You really did it this time. Marge, relax for a second, would you? Mom and Dad are both on my side, and they said exactly the same thing. Shut up and listen. No, you shut up! I don't want to hear any of your stupid excuses. It's all your fault. You've made a total mess of things. I have something to say about your current boyfriend. Huh? What are you talking about? You still don't want to listen? Or you want to calm down for a second? What is it? When you hugged Jerry after you popped out of that closet, that was right about the time that web conference was about to begin. Web conference? What has that got to do with me? It's a system for having an online conference with everyone using a camera. Pretty convenient. I know how that stuff works. Don't act like some know-it-all. So what's this about a web conference? What's that got to do with anything? If you would shut up for a second, I'll explain. Jerry was just setting up the meeting and had just logged on when you appeared. Logged on? Yep. He just logged on, which means the camera and microphone were both on. And what's more, 5 or 6 people were already gathered for the meeting. Does that mean the camera? Marge, you really screwed up this time. After Jerry ran into the bathroom and locked himself in, you sat at his desk and you were apparently doing God knows what. Oh, what? No way! Yup, that's right. Everyone was watching you. Saw it all. Heard what you said. No, wait. You're making this up. Didn't you see all the people on the monitor? Didn't you even notice them? This is all a prank. You're just trying to get back at me, right? Right? I figured as much. Guess you were so excited and pumped up you simply didn't notice the monitor or even perceive that they were watching you. No, this is not happening. I got more bad news for you. He was in that meeting too. Yup, bingo, your boyfriend. Huh? Come on, this is not real. It seems he's one of Jerry's clients. I knew he was in the same business, but I didn't know he was a client. It's all BS. Tell me it's BS. Sorry, I wish I could, but it's true. I heard he was shocked. Said he didn't realize he was going out with such a promiscuous woman. I can understand his feelings. I mean, in your underwear in front of all those people, who does that? He doesn't want to ruin his promising career and said he no longer wants anything to do with you. No, this is not happening. So that's where we're at. That's about all the info I have at the moment. You wouldn't shut up a second ago. What's up? Oh yeah, you guys. My mom and dad say I'm unattractive and have no talent, but that's the truth. Besides, what are you talking about all of a sudden? We're both in a different line of business. But did you know I make just as much as he does? You guys didn't know that, did you? Huh? Okay, that's all I have to say. See ya. Maybe this was all good in the long run. Gave me an opportunity to make up my mind once and for all. I'm cutting ties with all of you. I never want to see you people again. Huh? You can't! Oh, and Jerry also wants nothing to do with you people. Hold it. You can't just walk away. We can, and we did. We already moved, for your information. Huh? Have you already moved away? Where to? What's your new address? Sorry, that information is confidential. Wait, you can't! I can, so take care of your own mess. I don't want anything to do with you. Goodbye. I think my sister messaged me countless times after that. But I blocked her as well as my parents. So I haven't seen their messages. And just as I thought, it didn't simply end there. Her unfortunate antics had adverse effects on Jerry's business. And the members who witnessed what they should have not witnessed, well, some were traumatized by it and subsequently pressed charges. Apparently, she had to pay compensation for emotional distress. Of course, she couldn't pay it off on her own, so she pleaded with my folks to help her out, obviously. But my folks had been supporting Marge for so long, so I really didn't think they had the money, or so I thought. But later I heard they had sold the house to make the payments. Last I heard, they had moved into some old, dilapidated apartment. I'm sure they're making her pay off the debt she managed to create for them. I suppose I could help out, but what for? They never did anything for me. I guess it sounds kind of cruel, but they are nothing to me now.
Hey, Mary. Hope you had a good day. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Hey, Jenny. Long time. Wow, I didn't expect to hear from you. Can't remember the last time we talked. How long has it been?
Not sure. I guess it was right before my son James quit the soccer team, so I think maybe 6 months ago. How about David? Is he still playing soccer?
Yes, he's still at it. Since James quit, he hasn't been himself. Suppose he misses him.
Oh yeah, really?
What's up? Can I help you with something?
Well, it's nothing special. You remember that James took that entrance exam for that private school? Well, today was when the results came back.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, how was it?
Of course, he got in, no problem. And at the Middleton Academy, one of the hardest schools to get into.
Wow, that's really something. Middleton Academy. That's one of the most prestigious schools in the state. Congratulations.
Yes, well, James is my son. I expected that much from him. I mean, the amount of money we spent on prep schools and the hours he studied, I knew he would be accepted. I even had him take 5 preparatory classes taught by some renowned educators. I had him study 5 or 6 hours every day. If he didn't get in, I was prepared to kick him out of the house.
Oh, really? Must have been hard for him.
Hard? You have no idea. We were paying over $1,000 a month on his prep classes. When he was studying at home, I stayed and watched over him. Made sure he didn't slack off. If you want your kids to grow up to be somebody, a mother has to work even harder.
I see. I suppose so. I expect it was pretty hard on James.
Yes, well, I guess all this studying and getting into the right school is really not of interest to you. So, David is going to the local public school, right?
Well, actually, he applied to one of the private schools. And he did well. Got accepted.
Oh, really? I figured he was the type to just coast through high school. Anyway, probably just lucky. Congratulations!
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. It was pure luck. I've seen David around. He was playing soccer constantly when he should have been studying, like my James. But he manages to get in? Pure luck. Or was it some low-level school that he got into? Perhaps.
Are you being serious? Where is this conversation going anyways?
I mean, you didn't even send your kid to prep school. Just allowed him to kick his stupid ball around all day. It just all seems inconceivable. My James quit the soccer club and focused his efforts on getting into a good school. And he did. His motivation and brains are nothing compared to your precious David.
Sorry to let you down, but David was studying all that time. Of course, he didn't go to a prep school, but he was focused on his studies. As a result, he passed the entrance exam with flying colors.
No use posturing, the result is obvious. David loves playing outside. A kid like that would never sit quietly at home and study. If he had gone to prep school as James had, well, then I may believe you. Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose you couldn't afford it. How rude of me. It's just so easy for us. I tend to forget other people's financial woes.
Excuse me, but what is it you're trying to say? Why are you giving me all this BS?
I'm just stating facts. Just because David is some local soccer hero, everybody heaping him with praise for his goals. What's all that good for? Once he gets a taste of the real world, all the soccer skills in the world won't help him one bit. In this world, academic background is everything.
Is this about David being elected as captain of the soccer team? As a matter of fact, I do remember you rooting for him to become team captain. Is that it? You have a grudge. That's the reason for all this BS?
I don't know. You think? Well, anyway, his studies are way more important than kicking a ball around. By entering this prestigious school, he's on the winner's track to success. It was all worth the money and effort. As for David, he's probably on the loser's track to a mediocre career. You had to be a cheapskate and not send him to a proper prep school. This was a turning point in his life, and you ignored that. Being poor can really be frustrating.
About David.
What about him?
He was accepted at the Sturgis Academy.
Huh? Sturgis Academy is that famous?
I don't know about it being famous, but I suppose so. I'm sure it's the one you're thinking of.
Any mother worth her salt knows that place. It's the top academy in the country with a 6% acceptance rate. That's Harvard or Yale level. He's guaranteed to get into those universities too. Also qualifies for a scholarship. He's got the pick of top colleges.
Yeah, that's what he tells me. It's that Sturgis Academy that David got accepted to.
You can't be serious. You're making it all up. But David, he was never studying. And right before the exam season, he wasn't even going to prep school. He was just kicking that ball around the field all day. For God's sake! How could a kid like that get into the top private school in the country? I can understand you being envious that James got into Middleton Academy, but To make up some extravagant lie? It's despicable, even for you.
It's not a lie. Yes, as you say, he was playing soccer every day and continued managing the team. But he put aside time for his studies as well. He felt that sitting at the desk all day would be too stressful, and he needed to manage his time properly. A little exercise allowed him to clear his head, and in the long run, was way better for his studies. When he wasn't at soccer practice, he was at home or at school studying.
But he wasn't even going to prep school. Sturgis Academy isn't the type of school you can get into with just a few hours of study a day.
You're right. That's why he got a stack of questionnaires and work assignments from his teacher. Anything he had trouble with, he just asked the teacher at school. And also, my eldest son is currently a freshman at Yale University, so he helped out. Wasn't really necessary to send him to a prep school.
Huh? Your eldest son is at Yale?
Yes. Oh, I thought you knew.
That's the first I heard. How could your son go to Sturgis Academy and your other son at Yale? My son's teacher said he barely squeezed his way into Middleton Academy.
It all depends on the child. He's got motivation or he doesn't.
No motivation. Is that what you're saying? So you're saying that James didn't have enough motivation?
No, I'm not saying that. You know that David loves soccer. Sturgis Academy practically guarantees that he gets into one of the top universities, which means he can focus on playing soccer and not worry about college. And he's also interested in studying overseas, probably in Europe. The soccer scene, you know. There are famous Sturgis Academy affiliated universities over there, with some famous soccer alumni. Eventually, he says he wants to join one of the teams over there. So, I suppose that's where his real motivation comes from.
Soccer is his motivation?
Motivation is very important for studying, no matter what it is. I'm so sorry. By the looks of it, James does not look as if he was studying much, and always just kicking that stupid ball around. But then he gets into one of the top schools in the country? But as you say, results are what matters, right?
What? You arrogant little... Even if he got into Sturgis Academy, if he doesn't try, well, what good is it? Yeah, I can see it now. He'll drop out in no time.
Well, studying overseas means he has to keep his grades up. I'm sure he'll manage. After all, he has the motivation. Besides all that, is James going to be okay? Middleton is also a top school, and if he can't keep up with those classes, he may end up dropping out. David told me that he saw James dozing off in class, and even went to the school infirmary a couple times because he wasn't feeling well. He tells me James just barely gets by in most of his classes. I'm worried if he can keep up at Middleton Academy.
I don't need you lecturing me about my son. If he can't keep up, well, I'm just going to have to make him study harder, that's all. I'll just add more prep classes, and may even hire a home tutor. We'll just have to spend more money, add more classes, and make him study every day, including weekends.
Do you really think that's all good for James?
What?
Well, James confided in me. He told me never to tell you. Truth be told, after quitting the soccer team, he came over to our place. He broke down crying. He didn't want to quit soccer.
Huh?
He said if he had to quit soccer, he didn't want to take that exam. But he was scared to tell you. He said he'd be kicked out of the house. Tears were streaming down his cheeks. I felt so sorry for him.
James? My James said that?
David was pretty upset about it too. He tried talking him out of quitting. David was insistent. He knew James is an outstanding soccer player and hated losing him. He said it was such a waste to throw his talents away. James said he wanted to continue playing soccer.
I had no idea.
Hey, Jenny, do you really think it's okay to force your son to study and take that exam? Making him work so hard, wrecking him, both mentally and physically. Is he really happy? I mean, that's what we're talking about here, right? The happiness of your child? Aren't you just using your son to satisfy your ego? Your pride?
That was not my intention.
The reason he was dozing off in class and falling ill. It's all because you increased his after-school classes. In order to keep up with the workload at Middleton, you said you would hire a tutor. The stress alone. I'm worried about his health. As a mother, is that what you want for your son?
Of course not. Nothing is more precious to me than James.
That's right. Your own child is the most important. Isn't that right? So, listen to what he has to say. What he wants in life. I just hope you'll be able to understand and grant his wishes. Of course, education and academic background are very important. But after all, it's his life. Let him live it as he pleases.
You're right. I'm sorry for making such false accusations. Thank you. I see what you're saying. I feel so ashamed. I'll have a talk with him later.
Please do. It will be good for both of you. I pray that things will work out. After they talked, it was decided to reject the application to Middleton Academy. He decided to go to a local school, a good school nonetheless. In fact, the school was more in line with James's academic level. What's more, he was able to get onto the soccer team. Both David and I are happy that things turned out for James and that his mother came to her senses.